What's for big lunch? I think I already ate big lunch. Oh yeah, I did eat big lunch. I went to Subway. Holy shit, they had a new employee there. Oh boy. I might as well have jumped over the counter and made the sandwich myself. She was like, what kind of sandwich do you want? And I said, I want a veggie, whatever the fuck it's called, the veggie one. And then she said, what kind of bread? And I was like, Italian herb and cheese.
Thank you.
And then she started looking at me like I was speaking Spanish. And I said, Italian herb and cheese. And she was like, oh, I have to ask the other employee which one that is. Oh, shh. Laura. What do you mean which one that is? How the fuck do you not know which one Italian... Shh. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I just burped and tasted my sandwich and remembered I was in the middle of that stupid story. It wasn't even really a story, except that lady didn't know what the fuck she was doing. I was still nice and I still gave her $2. Normally I give him $5, but she was crazy. I mean, first of all, she had to do 2 tries on the bread. I said, let me get Italian herb and cheese. And she didn't know what it was. So she was like, oh, hold on, I need to ask her which one it is. And I said, oh, all right, well, I could tell you which one it is. It's that one. And then so she got it, and then she like put it on the thing, and then she started looking for her knife, right?
Thank you.
Couldn't find the knife. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. So then she goes over to the area where they keep like the other stuff, like the veggies and stuff, and there was like this container with a bunch of knives in it. So she's like, all right, I'll use this knife, because she couldn't find the bread knife. So she grabs the bread knife out, and it's got all kinds of fucking avocado and shit all over it. So she cleans it off, right, and starts mashing the bread. Like, this is not a bread knife. It's not going to cut the bread the way you want it to. It's just fucking the bread up. Destruction. The whole integrity of the loaf is fucked up. It will no longer contain any kind of toppings whatsoever. She's fucking it up. So I said, I think you have the wrong knife. You have to use a bread knife. And so then she was like, oh yeah, you're right. So she's like, all right, fuck this bread. She threw the bread out, got a new loaf. And I basically, like, since I'm an expert, I had to walk her through it. I walked her through it like I was training her. But there was another person there not training her. Basically, I trained her. And the next people, the funniest part about it, all joking aside, after I finished, I paid her. She went to help 2 other people that showed up during this fiasco. She went to help them, and her confidence level was way higher than it was with me. So I knew that my training session was good. Because when she started with me, she was like, oh, I don't know shit. She didn't know anything. Which one is Italian herb and cheese? What's a bread knife? How did you put your pants on today, lady? All right, pay attention, take notes. All right, and then I gave her the crash course. The next 2, they got hooked up. And then I'm sure tomorrow she's going to be better. So anyway, mission accomplished. Sometimes you got to be cool. Man, she was really like... She was like, what kind of bread? And I said, Italian herb and cheese. And she said, she just was standing there. And I said, Italian herb and cheese. And she said, oh, hold on, I have to ask which one that is. And when I heard that, it was like, all right, it's on. This is decision making. There's a branch in the quest. You can complete this Subway quest in 2 or 3 different ways, right? And I chose to, I chose the positive way. And I think it worked out. There's also going to be, I think, future rewards here. Quest rewards in the future. I think that's very likely. Anyway.
Thank you.
Subway side quests, dude. Sometimes ninjas gotta eat, right? Sometimes you gotta eat. Someone said, what was for big lunch? Thanks again, Nalo Rusk. And thanks, Eric Urameshi and Garomonde. Thanks. Man, the way she was trying to cut this loaf of bread with a knife, this knife was obviously not for cutting bread. It was so funny. I was looking at that bread, the way she was fucking destroying it, smashing it. She's like arm wrestling with this bread. you know, trying to cut it in half. She was like maybe 50 years old and Indian, the Slurpee kind. So, you know, yes, is what I'm trying to say. She was a looker. Easy on the eyes. But I worked with her, and now she's an expert. She's a sandwich craftsman. Thanks, Grim. And thanks, Chewy Nuts and Garamonde. Thanks very much. Anyway.
Thank you.
Not Casino. Hey, Ugo Waffles. Thanks. 106. Jackson. I guess that's our destination.